Hello everyone, and welcome to our video series on why humans suffer in this life. This is part 1 of our journey, and I'm really happy you're here. Today we are starting to explore some of the reasons behind our hardships. But remember, there's a part 2 coming up that is just as important, where we'll dive even deeper into these ideas. So, make sure you stick around until the end, because the next part will bring even more insights and revelations. Consequences of our own actions. Let's start by looking at how some of our suffering can be the natural result of the choices we make. This section is all about responsibility and understanding that every action has its consequences. I want to share 2 clear examples to illustrate this point. Imagine someone who drives recklessly, speeding, ignoring traffic signals, or even texting behind the wheel. Numerous studies, including those compiled by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, show that reckless driving dramatically increases the risk of accidents. When such an accident occurs, the driver and sometimes even innocent bystanders suffer injuries that can change their lives forever. This isn't just a moral lesson. It's backed by data that shows the very real and dangerous outcomes of such behavior. Now, consider another situation. Some couples choose not to undergo genetic testing before marriage or before having a child because of personal beliefs. Without this information, they might be unaware of certain genetic risks. For instance, if both parents carry certain genetic markers unknowingly, they may have a child with Down syndrome, a condition that can bring lifelong challenges. According to research from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the National Institutes of Health, children with Down syndrome are at a higher risk for health issues such as congenital heart defects, respiratory problems, and developmental delays, which require ongoing care and intervention. While many individuals with Down syndrome lead happy lives with support, the challenges they face can be significant and require a great deal of understanding and resources. These examples show that our actions or our decisions to forego certain precautions can lead to suffering not only for ourselves but also for those around us. It's a reminder that free will carries the weight of consequences. Inherent duality in the material world. Our physical world is a tapestry woven with contrasts. Without experiencing sadness, we might never truly appreciate joy. Think about your own life. Have you ever noticed that after a tough day, the moments of happiness seem even brighter? Let's take a simple example. Imagine tasting a delicious dessert after eating something bitter. The contrast makes the sweetness stand out even more. On a larger scale, consider communities that have been struck by natural disasters. The sorrow and loss are profound, yet these events also bring out remarkable acts of kindness and solidarity. Neighbors help each other rebuild, and the community often becomes stronger and more united. This natural balance of opposites, pain alongside pleasure, loss alongside love, is a fundamental part of our world. It's a reminder that suffering is woven into the fabric of existence, making the moments of joy and beauty that much more meaningful. Spiritual and moral development. Another important aspect of suffering is its role in our personal and spiritual growth. Often it's in our darkest moments that we discover inner strength and a deeper understanding of ourselves. For example, think about someone who has gone through a significant personal loss, a breakup, the death of a loved one, or a major failure at work. Initially, the pain may seem unbearable, but many find that these experiences teach them essential life lessons. They develop qualities like patience, empathy, and resilience. There's also a well-known story of a community member who, after overcoming a severe setback, began volunteering regularly. This not only helped them cope with their own pain, but also inspired others, creating a ripple effect of positive change. In this way, personal hardships can lead to greater moral and spiritual development, helping us evolve into kinder and more compassionate individuals. Expiation, purification, and the refinement of the soul. Imagine a blacksmith at work. The raw metal is heated, hammered, and shaped into a strong, beautiful sword. In many spiritual traditions, suffering is seen in a similar light, a process that refines and purifies the soul. For instance, consider someone battling addiction or overcoming a significant personal failure. The journey through such trials is not easy, but many people emerge from these experiences transformed. They often describe a sense of renewal and a clearer understanding of their purpose in life. This idea is not meant to suggest that suffering is desirable, but rather that it can serve a higher purpose. By enduring hardship with sincerity and trust, individuals may find forgiveness, develop a deeper spiritual connection, and ultimately become better prepared for the challenges of life. It's a process of inner cleansing that, although painful, can lead to profound personal transformation. Just as loving parents sometimes impose tough punishments, like banning a child from watching TV or taking away a beloved toy to teach important lessons and promote moral growth, so can our hardships be seen as acts of divine discipline. Though these punishments might feel unfair in the moment, they are ultimately meant to guide children toward better behavior and a more promising future. In a similar vein, many believe that God, out of deep love for us, allows certain sufferings to occur as a wake-up call, a form of expiation that cleanses the soul, corrects our course, and prepares us for a brighter hereafter. The purpose of creation and divine test. Many people of faith believe that our lives are more than just random events. They see life as a gift from God that comes with its own challenges. In this view, hardships are not meaningless. They are tests designed to purify the soul and strengthen our faith. For example, think about the story of Job. Despite facing unimaginable loss and suffering, Job's steadfast faith became a powerful testament to the strength of the human spirit. In monotheistic teachings, life is seen as a test where every trial is an opportunity to demonstrate trust in God and to grow spiritually. Consider someone who loses their job or faces a serious illness. In the midst of such trials, many find that their faith deepens and they become more compassionate, empathetic, and resilient. These experiences, painful as they may be, are sometimes viewed as essential steps on the journey towards spiritual growth and ultimate reward in the hereafter. Thank you so much for joining me in this first part of our exploration into why humans suffer. Today we looked at how some hardships are the direct result of our own choices, from reckless driving to decisions about genetic testing, and how these actions can have lasting consequences. We also delved into how many view suffering as a divine test, a natural part of the world's balance, a catalyst for personal growth, and even a means of purifying the soul. I hope these examples and explanations have given you a lot to think about. Remember, this is just part 1 of our series. In part 2, we'll explore even more ideas and discuss additional aspects of this complex topic. I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe to stay updated on our next installment. Until then, take care, reflect on what we've discussed, and keep looking for the lessons that life's challenges may be offering you. Goodbye for now, and see you in part 2.